Hi everyone, I'm Chris Hernandez and this is the Weekly Report, a look at news from the city of Kansas City, Missouri. Going viral isn't something you would think would happen for a new crosswalk project, but the new crosswalks at 75th and Warnell are so cool that they have gone viral. These new crosswalks are being installed by our Public Works Department and they feature a large KC moniker. They are the first of their kind in our city.
The city's always looking for different ways to enhance the roadside environment and bring the motorist into connection with pedestrians and other users of the roadway, such as cyclists. We've got some other existing crosswalks that are similar to this around town. So when Water Department had a water main break, they saw this as an opportunity to work with us and try another similar yet different application.
Well, we noticed it, a couple weeks ago. Obviously, it makes the crosswalk really pop. I think it looks really good artistically, and probably adds a little bit on the safety side as well.
It's wider.
It's wider. It's very bright with all the white paint throughout, as opposed to just the two lines going across. So, yeah, I think it's probably functional, and it looks really good too.
In recognition of the Labor Day holiday on Monday, September 5th, City Hall and other city offices will be closed. Curbside trash and recycling pickup will also be delayed one day that week. For example, residents who usually have Monday collection will receive the service on Tuesday, and residents who usually have Friday collection will receive it on Saturday. Nearly 7,000 youth and young adults participated in the Club KC and Mayor's Nights programs this summer. To celebrate the end of summer, KC residents of all ages came out to Sly's Rock the Block to have a little more summer fun at Union Station last week. Let's check it out along with some news from our other city departments.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, thank you for being here. I'm glad that you're here. I wish it was a little bit cooler, but it's summer, what can you say? But this is a time that we love because we get families and their kids together. They get to come out and have some fun, enjoy the day, spend some time with friends, and enjoy the city. And that's what this is all about. What we're trying to do is very simple. We want to always try to give our kids in our city some options. We don't want them engaging in risky behavior. We want them engaging in this kind of behavior, where you can come out and dance, where you can come out and have a good time, where you can come out and spend time with your family, where you can do something constructive.
I said, hey, I'll be gone today, then I'll be back all around the way. Seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. Oh, yes I do. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, that's good. You know that. Will you sing it with us? I said, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back all around the way. Seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. Oh, yes, it's true. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Popped up. Yeah, nicely done. Let's toss it back. You ready to catch it? Here you go. Woo! And again. Nice. And again. Oh, she was juggling. Good. Look out! Totally almost died. Don't hit the camera. Woo, we had a good thing going there. Nice. You got skills, lady. You got skills.
Now let me introduce you to a good man here. This is Mark McHenry. He is undoubtedly the best director of parks and recreation in this entire country. He's won national awards and he's done it for a reason. Mark McHenry.
Thank you very much, Mayor James. And Mayor James is leading this city in a lot of good, positive ways, and his words today are very important to us. And Kansas City is doing great. We're down here in kind of what we sometimes call the city's front porch. A lot of us were down here last fall for a great Royals rally, and of course we're enthused to see activities go on throughout this community. I hope it's been a great summer for most of you, and go out and enjoy those summer activities. School's right around the corner, so it's a great time to celebrate and enjoy the great city we live in. and enjoy the fact that we're able to have things like this happen in our community and have entertainment, have some fun, and please be safe out there. Thank you.
We got some good old stuff going on. I want to thank all of our partners from the Mayor's Nights program. They're the ones that are helping us do this. I want to thank the people that are providing food. I want to thank my staff that's worked their tail off for weeks to do this, especially Quentin Savoy and Kelly and all the others, because these are people who come to this event every year to make sure that everybody here has a good time and that people leave safe. We need to have a nice, safe, fun evening today. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Keep loving Kansas City.
Hey Kansas City, did you know there's an easier way to pay for a parking meter using your smartphone? If you see this sticker on a meter, you can use your phone to pay using the Park Mobile app. There are 2 ways to register: online at parkmobile.com or downloading the app from your app store. Then enter the zone number on the meter, then you're good to go. It's that easy. There's also the option to add time to the meter if you need it. So, the next time you park at a meter, leave the change and pay with your phone. For more information, log on to parkmobile.com.
August 29th marks the 96th anniversary of the birthday of jazz legend Charlie Bird Parker. Today we are at the American Jazz Museum, where Charlie Bird Parker Celebration 2016 kicks off on August 18th and also culminates at the Blue Room on August 27th. Here to tell us about this 10-day, multiple venue, Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supported event is Pam Hyder-Johnson. Pam, thank you for having us here at the Jazz Museum and taking the time to talk to us about this series of events that is huge and involves so many different things. So can you give us some highlights about what happens over this 10-day period around jazz?
Well, actually, on Thursday, August the 18th, is the kickoff for the Charlie Parker Celebration 2016, and we're actually going to start at City Hall in the council chambers with a resolution for this year's celebration. And then later on that evening, we'll be here at the American Jazz Museum with Dr. Ron McCurdy, and he's going to give a talk on jazz and his experiences as a professional musician and a music educator. So we're looking forward to that. It's going to be just day after day after day, which is great, you know, of different things, educational and entertainment and food too. And so we'll be back at the American Jazz Museum on the 23rd with We Remember Bird. And this is a project from the Elder Statesmen of Kansas City Jazz, and we're featuring the last living person that would know how Charlie Parker sound and his mannerisms and things like that. Her name is Bernice Todd, and she's 97 years old this year, and she was on our panel last year, and we're happy to have her back this year, as well as other historians. We also have Dan Jaffe, who is a jazz, I call him my poet laureate of jazz, and he has written some beautiful poetry about Charlie Parker, as well as Louis Armstrong, Jay McShann, and so on. But he just really has a knack, I believe, for it, as well as Elvis Gibson, who has written a lot of history stories and books about Kansas City in general, and DJ Groovy Grant, who's also at KKFI radio, but he's also, I believe, a good historian. Charlie's daughter, Kim Parker, is coming back to Kansas City. She could spend Charlie Parker celebration anywhere in the world, but she chooses to come to Kansas City every year, and that makes us so happy. And Steve Penn, who is our chairman for the Coda Jazz Fund, is our moderator. So we have a real well-rounded group of people, I think, that can actually talk about Charlie Parker, one who actually knew Charlie Parker, and then others who I believe have a good history, a good knowledge about Parker as well as Kansas City jazz in general.
And in addition to some of the presentations that you just mentioned, you're also going to have a couple of tours. Can you tell us about
those?
Yes,
we're going to have a, I would call them historic tours. One project we're working with Bike Ride KC, and this is called Tour de Jazz. That's on Saturday, August the 20th, and it kicks off here at the American Jazz Museum, of course outside with all these bicycle people, and they're going to go all over the area, all the different places where Charlie Parker was, and I understand it's kind of like a three-tier approach. So if you're a real seasoned bike rider, you can take the long one, there's one kind of in the middle, and then there's kind of a short version. But whichever one that you choose to ride, you'll wind up back here in the 18th and Vine Historic District to end the bike tour. Then on Saturday morning, before we go to the cemetery, which is in the unincorporated part of Jackson County at Lincoln Cemetery, which is the 21 Sack Salute, they will have the historic tour that is actually staffed and manned by Chuck Haddix from KCR Fish Fry.
If people were interested in attending any of these events, or if they wanted to get more information about tickets or the free events that are part of this series, where would they go find out about?
kcjazzalive.org, and look it up. There's links to kcjazzalive.org, as well as some pretty good information and going into greater detail, of course, about the 10 days events.
Well, thank you so much for having us and for talking to us about the events. We're so happy that that people are coming to celebrate Charlie Parker and to celebrate Kansas City jazz.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/ntdf.
On August 15th, we were all over social media for the first National City Hall Selfie Day. Our employees snapped pics and posted about their jobs and why they love KC. And while it was called City Hall Selfie Day, we made sure to feature multiple city facilities. Thanks to all of our employees for their work and to our residents who participated as well. Here's a look at some of the pictures that were posted on our Twitter account that day. The new North Patrol Police Station topping out ceremony was held last week. The new police station will be located on Prairie View Road, just south of the airport.
And this project is one of the things that I think signifies the tremendous growth of population in the Northland and the commitment that we have to keeping public safety paramount in the Northland.
I want to thank the taxpayers. You know, without the taxpayers passing the public safety sales tax fund, this wouldn't be possible. This wouldn't be possible. So I want to thank all the taxpayers and let all the taxpayers know that we're good stewards of your money. Good stewards of your money, and we'll continue to do that.
This new station will replace the building known as the Bumblebee Station that sits at 169 Highway and Berry Road. Promoting healthy lifestyles is one of the City Council's priorities. To encourage healthy living, Channel 2 has been producing Time to Be Well for several years now. This show features healthy recipes and timely tips, so stay tuned for Time to Be Well right after this show with our registered dietitian Kathy Berry as the host. Additional episodes can also be found at kcmo.gov. Just search Time to Be Well. To view this program again or other Channel 2 videos, go to kcmo.gov and search Channel 2. That page has a link to our YouTube channel and all of our great programs that you can view on demand. That does it for this edition of the Weekly Report. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Hernandez. Have a great week.